Zach is back with another Netflix original review. Today we're reviewing When They See Us. I saw this movie on Trending, so that's why I'm late on it, and I heard it being super popular all over the internet, so I had to go ahead and watch it. But sorry that I'm late to the party. When They See Us is based on a true story about 5 young boys who get wrongly convicted of rape and attempted murder. When I say boys, I mean boys, not young men. They weren't like 18, 19, anything like that. The oldest was 16 and the youngest was 13. Before I get into my opinions of the show, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you the acting in this show is probably one of the best acting I've seen in any other show before. The acting is spot on. It is freaking perfect. It's goddamn perfect. The actors played their roles precisely and perfectly. I mean, every actor in this show deserves a mention. I just can't do that because it's about 25 people I'd have to mention, and nobody's got time for that. But everybody deserves praise for their acting abilities. It was just perfect. I'm going to go ahead and shout out, I think it's how you pronounce it, Harel Jerome. He plays a young boy in one part of the show, and then he plays a man in the second part of the show. He's one actor. For what part of the show, I was like, is these the same people, or is this the same actor? I thought maybe they switched actors for a second. He plays 2 different characters and feels like 2 different characters. It's crazy. His acting was amazing. That's all I can say about that. I have no clue how he could pull off a 16-year-old and then like a 35-year-old or something like that. Like it blows my mind. This show shines light on police brutality, racism, and corruption of the Justice Department. It shines light on those issues, and those issues are still occurring today, and it's very relevant for today. The best thing I can say about this show is that it feels like an experience, not just a show. It really shows off what these kids had to go through and the ringer that they had to go through the justice system and the fucked up police brutality and the racism and all that stuff that's relevant today. It really nails that. It also shows when somebody gets thrown in jail, it doesn't just stop with them. It's a ripple effect that affects everybody around them. Their families, their friends, their neighbors, how society sees them and treats them. It really shows that off in this show. The best comparison I can do with this show is to compare this show to like Schindler's List, I guess you could say. You know how Schindler's List is like the Jewish movie? It really shows like what the concentration camps and what Germans were doing to the poor Jews during Nazi Germany. This is sort of the Schindler's List of the African American community. Jesus Christ, this show is that good. I mean, it's hard to exaggerate on how good this show is. This show is brutal, it's heart-wrenching, it's inspirational, it's amazing. I'm going to do a little nitpick on the show, just a little tiny nitpick so no one, shank me or, shoot me for this little nitpick. I'm being really freaking nitpicky about this, so just deal with me for a second. There's a little bit of pandering in the second episode of this show. The beginning of this show takes place in the 80s. And in the second episode, they bring up Trump about 5 times for, no particular reason. No, I mean, I get the reason. They're bringing up the death penalty and that Trump was pro-death penalty, which is a good conversation about the death penalty. But Trump wasn't really that big of a deal back in the 80s. He kind of was just this rich guy that owned hotels. He never really had much say-so in justice or law or anything like that. He was just, nobody really cared about his opinion. It just kind of felt like they shoved present-day politics in an 80s context, which doesn't really make any sense, it doesn't really fit. The reason why I'm bringing this up and nitpicking this is because the show is so damn good. I want everybody to watch it. And pandering is very divisive. It divides people. Stuff that's divisive split people apart, and I feel that's kind of contradictory to what the show's message is really about. That's my nitpick. I mean, this show is probably the best show on Netflix, so I would like everybody to watch it and not feel like they're kind of being poked at or kind of nudged at and kind of belittled, This show is amazing beginning to end, and I think anyone who has a Netflix should definitely watch this show. It's amazing. Hands down. It absolutely deserves all the praise that it's getting. And I'm going to go ahead and give this show a Z. For people who don't know my rating scale, basically it's A to F like any sort of normal grading, but Z is right above A. It's the best you can get because Z is based, I'm Zach and Z. I'm awesome, you know, so there you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys like this review, please like, share, and subscribe. That would really help me out. Click the little bell if you want notifications from me, because I'll be posting more videos soon. And until next time, you guys, see ya!